a warrior. Don't get me wrong, I don't fight battles or slay dragons, but I do enjoy striking the occasional warrior pose. Hiya! Did I mention that I'm an O blood type? This makes me a warrior, according to the Japanese anyway. The Japanese have been fascinated with blood types for centuries, so much so that a person's type determines everyday decisions. Products such as soft drinks, horoscopes, and condoms are marketed to blood type. While the type of blood that journeys through our veins is most likely not responsible for what we like or who we become, there are several key elements in our lives that can and should be attributed to this liquid. To begin, let's circulate through the evolution of the different types and how they affect our diets, pump out the effects that blood types have on the immune system, and finally, identify how blood types are pulsing through the world today. How did these different types evolve? Blood types were created by people changing their diets based on their location and the time period in which they lived, according to the book Eat Right for Your Type by Dr. Peter J. D'Adamo, a leader in the study of blood types. Blood cells underwent a mutation and adapted to be as efficient as possible with each major change of diet. Essentially, they made it easier for the body to process food. Let's start at the beginning with type O. This is the oldest and most common blood type among humans. As people rose to the top of the food chain, meat was abundant. The digestive and circulatory systems adapted to suit this diet. To this day, people with an O blood type process animal protein, such as lean meat and fish, more efficiently than other types of food. As people became less nomadic and stopped relying on raw meat to fully populate their diets, the A blood type arrived. During this period, agricultural products such as wheat, fruits, and vegetables were consumed the most. The A blood type is best suited to a vegetarian diet, with lots of fresh and organic foods. The next to materialize was type B. This transition likely stemmed from a drastic change in climate, where people moved from a warmer environment to a colder one. As domesticating animals and farming became popular, dairy products, agricultural products, and animal proteins were easily accessible. This blood type functions best with an omnivorous diet, including both meat and vegetable products. The final blood type to emerge was type AB. This blood type came to light as Eastern invaders mingled and breeded with European citizens. The clash of cultures, diet, and overall way of life called for a new blood type to best suit the resulting offspring. It is the rarest of the blood types as well as the newest in human history. The diet that best suits the AB blood type is a combination of the A and B type diets, including a delicate balance of all types of food. So, at this point, we have a better understanding of the evolution of the different types and their effect on our digestive system. That being said, what other systems might be directly affected? Blood types pump out most effects on the immune system. To understand how this works, let's take a step back and review basic functions of blood and its components. As explained by the Red Cross, the red blood cells transport oxygen from the lungs to the rest of the body. They hold the antigens, which detect foreign substances, such as viruses, and determine if they're dangerous or not. They prompt immune system responses. The plasma is what surrounds the cells and holds the antibodies, which, if triggered by the antigens, attach to the foreign substance to make disposal quick and efficient. There are A and B antibodies, as well as A and B antigens. Varying blood types are determined by the placement of the antigen on the cell and the antibody in the plasma. The blood type is then named after which antigen is on the cell. In the A blood type, the A antigen is on the cell, and the B antibody is in the plasma. As seen here, this naming pattern continues throughout the rest of the types. The O simply means that there are 0 antigens on the cell. Because of their differences in structure, each blood type has its own unique way of dealing with invaders and threats to the body. Though they all do their part to keep the human body healthy, Some blood types are at a higher risk of certain diseases and cancers. Each blood type carries immunity to something and a weakness towards something else. For example, individuals with type O blood are typically more susceptible to stomach ulcers, but have a lower risk of heart disease, according to prevention.com. Dr. Diatomo puts it best. Your blood type is the key to your body's entire immune system. It controls the influences of viruses, infections, and the entire assortment of invaders that might compromise your immune system. Your blood type shapes how your body will respond to invaders. Once scientists understand these responses, treatment options may open up for diseases once thought to be incurable. Not only are blood types helping us as individuals, they're also helping us survive as a human race. The most well-known way is through blood transfusions. The process doesn't seem very complicated, but when faced with the challenge of battling blood types, it can get a bit dicey. If the wrong blood type is given to someone, the old blood will attack the new blood in a method of defense known as agglutination, where the original antibodies stick to the new cells and cause the blood to become clumpy. This phenomenon of agglutination was discovered by Austrian physicist Dr. Karl Landsteiner, according to Nobelprize.org. Thanks to his discovery, blood transfusions are now safer and simpler. Developments in science involving our blood didn't stop with Landsteiner. Blood types are still pulsing through the world today. As posted on popsci.com in April of 2014, the University of Edinburgh in the United Kingdom is working on making a synthetic blood that can be used for transfusions regardless of blood type. These cells are actually made from human skin, and they are the first of their kind. There currently is not a synthetic option available for blood, so the results of this research are promising. In healthcare today, the level of need for different types of blood fluctuates daily, as does the amount of types that are received through donations. This new invention could solve that problem completely. According to the University of Glasgow, trials are scheduled to start sometime late this year. While they are working on that in the United Kingdom, a young man from India, named Karthik Nerilassetti, has taken the initiative to solve the problem in more of a social way. Social media, that is. Nerilassetti has created an app and a website through Facebook called Social Blood. It allows people who need blood to connect with donors who have the type of blood that they need. He was inspired to start this program when he read a story about a girl living in India with a rare disease that caused her to need regular blood transfusions every month, and her parents were having a difficult time finding a donor for her. He decided to connect the power of Facebook with the need for blood, and Social Blood was born. Today, the app covers 17 countries, including the United States. This program is saving lives on a daily basis. In a TED Talk in 2013, Nerilassetti told a story about a girl suffering from a heart disease who needed a blood transfusion. Her father posted on the app asking for one donor, and within 24 hours, he had 70 strangers who reached out, willing to donate blood to her. The future of blood is looking bright. From the beginning of time, our blood types have aided in human function. They have been a determining factor in how foods are processed through our digestive system. They play a vital role in our immune system to keep us healthy. And finally, these unique identifiers have inspired new science and brought people together in ways never seen before. Your blood type can reveal a lot about you if you just give it a chance. So while you may not be a type O warrior like me, take some time to determine what your blood type says about you.